Hello my friends, hola amigos, happy to see you once again. I'm also happy because it rained here last night and this is a land of olive trees and almond trees and cereal, basically wheat and barley, and I think that last night's rain will be put to very good use, by the cereal, because we hadn't had any rain for a few weeks. So always a reason to be happy, I'm back in the kitchen cooking beans today. The other day it was lentils, and you might say, well, beans and pulses. Well, yes, I am a fan of beans and pulses, and I think they're one of the most underrated ingredients for good cooking. Today, you will almost laugh at the ingredients here. We are going to cook this variety of dried beans, which have been soaking overnight. They only need to soak for a few hours, 3 or 4 hours, but anyway. And I've chosen the sort of what we call the green bean variety, which is a variety of dry beans, because they are very, very tasty, but any dry bean will do for this recipe. One of the fun things about this recipe is the name. Traditionally, this super simple recipe for the beans, they've been called widowed beans. And you know why? Because they had no carnal company. That is to say, there was no meat or sausage or even a ham bone in them, in the stew, okay? But they're going to be so tasty, and the flavor is going to be so different that you will be delighted. Always use, dry beans, and rather than, I know they sell them in tins and jars, and there's nothing wrong with those, but really the nutrients and the taste, they are in here and not in the jar. So, the widowed beans are made just with, we'll be using half of these garlic bulb, okay? 2 or 3 dry bay leaves, okay? And I'll be adding half an onion or a small whole onion, finely chopped. The idea with the onion is to vanish in the cooking, but it helps to blend in the sort of the soup, okay? And that's it. And finally, I've got some vegetable stock, homemade. Here we'll be using like a 1/4 liter approximately. And if you don't have any stock, it's all right to use tap water, okay? The beans in themselves, they have a lot of flavor. So finally, today, and for a change, I'm going to use a pressure cooker, okay? The other day we cooked the lentils, if you remember, in the slow cooking mode. But I have nothing against pressure cooker, as long as we know how to use it. And the danger with the pressure cooker is to overcook the nutrients. But if we are careful with that, saves us a bit of time, and we really make sure that the beans are going to be very, very tender. So we're using the pressure cooker today, okay? So I'm finishing with the onion here. Finely chopped, as I said, so that it melts away in the cooking, all right? So, all we need is pour in the beans together with a bit of extra from the soaking, okay? I'll get the heat on. Low heat for this recipe, very low heat. You'll be adding, enough amount of stock or water just to cover the beans, okay? But no more. Okay. the half bulb of garlic, just like that, okay. The bay leaves and the chopped onion. Alright. And that's just me, usual bit of wonderful virgin olive oil here, okay? So give it a bit of a shake, close it on low heat. We can keep it on medium heat until, you know, we see that it's beginning to boil. All right, we'll taste for salt later. I haven't added any salt yet, okay? And so 20-25 minutes, maximum half an hour, depending on the kind of pressure cooker that you have. And I think in the meantime, while the beans are cooking, why don't I show you one of those short videos that I do with my, you know, with my mobile when I go on my winter walks around here. Would you like to see one? Okay, I'll see you in a minute. I'm on my winter walks, just across this old bridge. We often come here for a picnic. Not much day for a picnic today though, but I just love this old bridge across our Watitalema River. It's a very old bridge. Did you get to see our old bridge and the river? I'm so proud of them. I think I couldn't do without my winter walks. I enjoy them so much. 23 minutes have gone by and ready to open the pressure cooker. See what we find here. Okay. All right. I'm just bringing this out. Whoops. There you go. Stay there. You can see that the chopped onion has disappeared in the soup. Okay. And they smell so good. And this is such an easy dish. I'm just going to get one bay leaf here for the pleasure of it. And olive oil, actually, I think if you have the chance, this is a Picual variety of olive oil. You know that in Spain it's a bit what happens with wine. You go on a wine tasting and it's lots of fun and you try different wines and see which you like best. It's the same in many regions in Spain, in Aragon where we live, in Andalusia. You go on an olive oil tasting and you will try the different varieties. One of my favorite is the Picual variety. It's an olive variety which is slightly spicy, and I think it just goes so well with our bean soup. So I'm going to add a tiny amount, okay, of Picual variety olive oil. And this is an absolute vegetarian or vegan kind of dish, but if you want, I recommend you might be serving it with some good quality cold meats, or, you know, ham, cured ham, or any other kind that you prefer. And I can assure you that once you've tried it once, you will cook it again and again. Buen provecho.